But my name's Evelyn.
Evelyn, welcome to the
I'm
podcast.
calling from Grand Forks.
Oh, you're calling from Grand Forks, North Dakota, yeah. Charlie. Finally, we get someone to call in from old North Dakota. We're down here in Fargo.
Well, Miles, I would not say I'm from North Dakota. I just go to school here. I'm actually from Minnesota.
Okay. But that's all right. We'll take anyone we can get here in North Dakota.
Same church, different pew.
Hey, do not compare Minnesota and North Dakota like that.
Ooh.
I would agree.
That's
Very
a little
different.
animosity. Which do you like better, Minnesota or North Dakota?
I love Minnesota. I'm a Minnesotan through and through.
Are you a Vikings fan?
Yeah, I mean, I am sort of by birth. I don't really follow it, but
yeah, I wouldn't either.
Well, so I am a student here at UC, and I met my boyfriend here last year, and he is from Chicago. We're both flight students, and he is a big city boy, and I'm wondering how I can introduce him to my extended very Midwestern small town family, and how to make that an easy transition for him.
Okay.
Or just how to get him and what it's like to be Midwestern.
Yes.
Small town.
So you're wondering how you take your boyfriend who is from Chicago and introduce him into small town Midwest culture.
Yes, exactly.
Now, is he excited about it, or is he kind of confused by the whole thing?
He is very confused by the whole thing. His family is all spread out around the world, and mine is all in southern Minnesota. And it's just a very new world for him.
How long have you been dating him?
For almost a year.
There's still time to get out. No, I'm just kidding.
For me or for him?
Both.
No, oh my God.
No, I'm just kidding.
For the vote of confidence.
Yeah. No, so is he nervous, or is he kind of just approaching it because he has he met your family?
He's only met my parents, but
and how did that go?
It went well. There was definitely a few times where I could tell, like, they weren't on the same wavelength. You know, it's just very different families, very different cultures. My mother loves this podcast, so I'm trying not to say anything too bad about it because she listens to it all the time. So
okay.
But
give us an example that you can share of like where there was kind of like, oof, they're not on the same page.
My boyfriend he finds it hard to understand how much time I spend with my like extended family and how much that means to me because I've just grown up like that and he hasn't really. And then just the whole like small town walking into Target and you run into 5 people that you know at least. You know, he's not very comfortable with that whole idea, and I'm trying to introduce him to it slowly because, yeah, that's just big part of my life.
Right.
What we're dealing with here is sort of a real life Hallmark film. Big city guy comes to the small town. You know, the gal is really into her family. He's like, I'm a big city boy, you know, and then he were you working at a coffee shop per se when you guys met? Was he coming in to get his frappuccino? And you're like, we only drink black coffee around here.
We're going to have to recreate that scene.
Yeah.
But no, we met on a ski trip last year, actually.
Oh, a ski trip. Well, what attracted you two about each other? Because you both come from very different backgrounds. What are the things that he likes about you, would you say? What are the top 3 things he likes about you, and then the top 3 things you like about him?
I think he likes how down to earth I am compared to more city people. I'm a lot different. I'm a lot more, I'd say, down to earth. And I work really hard maybe the second thing is that I like work really hard at school. I think he likes that about me. And then third thing is probably that I'm a pilot and he's a pilot. So, but 3 things that I like about him are probably his confidence, which I think comes from being a city boy. Something new for me, for sure. And then I think he's really smart. And then obviously he makes me laugh really really hard. So those are probably.
Those are.
And he's really, and he's really real. So I like that too.
Okay. Did you guys meet in the cockpit?
Miles, I knew you were going to do it. I knew you couldn't pass it up, could you?
I couldn't.
Yeah. He's giggling at himself. He's proud of that one.
Oh, I bet. No, we met on the slopes in Montana last year.
On the slopes of Montana, nice. And you're both. Was he or is one of you a good skier and the other one not a good skier?
I'd say we're both good skiers.
Okay.
You can probably do more than me. Still call myself a good skier.
All right.
Even though I grew up skiing in Minnesota.
In Minnesota, yeah.
Andy's Towers Hills. Anyway, so Charlie.
Yeah. Miles, I don't know how.
Well, go ahead.
Miles, I don't know how you live in Fargo, by the way.
Why?
There's nothing. That's also another part of my question.
You live in Grand Forks.
What do I do in North Dakota? It's so boring here.
So this is the heart of it. What do you, Miles, what does somebody do in North Dakota? Because I'll be honest, I had the same question coming here. But then, I've said this story before and I'll say it again. There was nothing more beautiful than driving with Miles. We went through the city of Fargo and then West Fargo. And before you knew it, I was like, Miles, is this where they filmed the moon landing? And he was like, yep, right over there. It was in the winter.
It's awful.
Well, okay. I'll lay it out for you. So let's start with the summer. So what we like to do here in North Dakota in the summer, something fun you could do, is you're going to drive about an hour east into Minnesota.
And that's it.
And then you go to the lakes country there. In the winter.
Wait. Pause. I'm pausing on this.
Hold on. In the winter, it gets pretty cold here, obviously. So then what you want to do is you want to drive a little bit north to the airport. And you want to fly somewhere warm. And spend a week or so in the warm weather. And that's usually what I like to do here in North Dakota.
Is leave North Dakota.
That would be great if I wasn't a broke college student. That would be great. But someday.
No, I mean...
It's pretty cold up here right now.
Yes, it is. There's hunting and fishing in North Dakota. I do it in Minnesota and South Dakota. But Ryan, who works for me, he hunts and fishes and stuff in North Dakota.
Right.
So there's that. There's a lot of bars that you can go to.
Yes, true.
You could maybe catch a musical in Medora. You could also go
Medora.
you could go to the state fair in Minot. Just a quick, easy drive up to Minot.
So exciting.
Yep, exciting, easy to get to.
Just straight shot.
Yeah, state capitol's on a hill. So
I don't know if I'd call it a hill.
Well,
I don't think
Bismarck's the city on the hill. Everyone knows that, but
okay.
It's a mound.
So those sound pretty fun to me.
Right.
Yeah. You could go for a drive. There's lots of roads.
So basically what I need to do is just go to Minnesota to see
that at all.
Trees and lakes.
I'm not saying that. In Jamestown, there's a big buffalo sculpture.
Exciting.
You can go look at.
Is it made of fiberglass?
I don't know what it's made out of, I guess.
Do you guys have a Paul Bunyan that someone could visit?
But here's the thing. If you live in the place with all the fun stuff, then you're just always stuck in the place with all the fun stuff. If you live in a place with no fun stuff, you get to have special times and leave and go do fun stuff. I always wonder that. If you live in
Great way to look at it.
If you live in LA and you want to go on a warm vacation, it's the same as being at home. How is that it? How is that fun? So
I guess so. Yeah, you got a point there. And it's a great place to study here because there's really nothing else to do. So
it also is nice to keep crime at bay. There's not a lot of people wanting to live here. It's cold in the winter.
Yep. Can leave my door unlocked.
Yeah. So
So to clarify, the things to do for fun in North Dakota, aside for leave North Dakota, is drive to a big buffalo or a little hill with the capital.
It's just a hill. It's called Capitol Hill. Okay.
Or hunt for something that you'd probably have a better shot at in South Dakota.
Yeah, probably. I'm also not a big hunter. Sorry, guys.
All right.
No, North Dakota's got
Never
good
got into
hunting.
It does?
Yeah, it's got good hunting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, she doesn't hunt, so
Okay.
it's moot.
Well, you're a pilot. It is fun to
I
fly
am.
over the state of North Dakota.
Also, I'll say there's a
Miles,
lot
it
of...
really isn't that fun to fly over the state of North Dakota. There's nothing to look at.
Well, I'll say
Well,
this.
no, it's nice because then you can get a good vantage point of all the other states and you don't got to fly over them, you know? There's nothing blocking your
True,
view
true,
of
true.
all the stuff you want to look at. See, that's...
Yep. Can't argue there.
On the plus side, if you're a pilot and your boo thing is a pilot, the good thing about North Dakota is if you have engine trouble, there are plenty of safe places to land in North Dakota with nobody occupying
yeah.
them.
That is
Yes,
true.
that is actually really good. Really nice.
Yeah.
If that ever happens. Hopefully not. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, as
Where
a-
are you two today?
Okay, well, let's go here. What would you say about Minnesota is so great? And you can't say the goddamn lakes
Oh my
either. All right?
Well, there's 10,000 of them, Miles. It's on the license plate. She's got to be able to say that.
What else besides the lakes is
Yeah,
so great
yeah.
in Minnesota? Besides going to the
Okay,
Boundary
someone-
Waters or Duluth or going and catching a sports game in Minneapolis, besides all of that,
All right.
what is
not
there
fair.
even to do?
Okay. Fine. I love to ski in Lutsen, Minnesota. I love to go up to Grand Marais and camp up there.
I said besides the
I
Boundary Waters area, okay?
Hey, outside of the
That's true.
outside of the
That is
technical
true.
Boundary
It is
Waters
the-
area.
Besides the North Shore.
Okay. You've really said the best things about Minnesota, but anyway, I love my cabin that is on a lake. I love going shopping in downtown Minneapolis and catching concerts. And and Minnesota Nice is a real thing.
Dude,
so.
we have concerts. The guy who owns the bar said he went to a concert at the Fargo Theater of the Nitty Gritty Band.
Nitty Gritty, yeah.
So,
Nitty Gritty Dirt Band.
Yeah, I have not heard of the Nitty Gritty Band.
Oh, you've heard them. You just don't know.
Oh, okay. I did catch the Red Hot Chili Peppers in Fargo in April.
Wow.
I guess you're right.
Can't catch that in southern Minnesota.
No, they actually went to Minneapolis the next day, Miles. So good try.
Pretty central, but
So, do you have enough?
Where are you two today?
Oh, she's changing the subject
we're
now.
in Fargo at Chubb's Pub right now.
Yeah.
You're in Fargo. Oh.
Yeah, come on down.
I'm
It's
just an hour drive away.
hour drive. That's nothing.
See, doesn't that sound fun?
How many
Yeah.
how many Walmarts do you pass on your way between here and there?
Not any, I don't think.
Really?
A lot
Yeah,
of Dollar
no.
Generals, but
There's nothing. There's nothing in between Fargo and Grand Forks.
well, there's Mayville. Come on. Don't forget about the Comets.
Yeah, true.
There's Thompson.
Yeah.
That's another town south of Grand Forks.
There's
the borough, as we call it in the North Dakota community.
Now you're just listing towns in North Dakota, saying nothing about
The
them.
population
What
is all under 5,000.
you guys have the Boundary Waters. We have Devil's Lake. Great ice fishing up there in Devil's
Yeah.
Lake.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
look up top things to do in North Dakota and see if they haven't been mentioned yet. Because I think if
Thank you.
Yes. What? Oh, jeez.
I don't know how to describe. I love living in North Dakota. I don't want people to think because I was saying there's not that much to do. It's more of just the feeling of being in North Dakota. It feels really good. So I gotta stick up for my state.
Yeah.
This thing has 30 must-see
True.
places in North Dakota. 30 of them. Look at all that.
All right, let's hear them.
All right. So
Scrolling by
hang
all
on,
of
I'm
them.
scrolling by. Missouri, the Missouri Yellowstone Confluence Interpretive Center.
I love that center.
What the hell?
I love that center.
Fort Union Trading Post National Historic Site.
We forgot to mention that we have Bonanzaville.
What is Bonanzaville?
It's a historic place you can go.
Turtle Mountain, Chippewa Heritage Center, Scandinavian Heritage Center. All your stuff is heritage centers. And then
that's because we have a rich history.
Yep. The Mada Hay Trail.
Love
Mount Lake
Sakakawea.
Yep. And Garrison Dam.
Yeah,
that looks beautiful.
Wow.
I love that dam.
Where is that? Is that a picture
that's on the west side of the state? Historic site.
A lot of historic sites.
Another Lewis and Clark Interpretive Center.
What what are these interpretive centers, dude? Like it's does anybody know what an interpretive center is?
I don't know.
For Abraham, the Fort Abe Lincoln State Park. So that's nice. North Dakota State Capitol.
On a hill. I told you.
There is no hill there, dude.
That's because it's too close of a photo. If you took a zoomed out photo.
The Dakota Zoo. You can see more than 600 animals. 300 of them are raccoons.
Wow.
Pioneer Trails Regional Museum. So that's nice. Enchanted Highway. Classic roadside art. That's what it forms of giant metal statues. Wow, this is exciting. Dickinson Museum
Exciting
Center.
stuff.
Yeah, so we got lots of centers and lots of trails and roads. And I tell you what, I love them. I've been to all of those.
Oh, that is a nice...
Tons of times.
That big buffalo is pretty cool.
I told you.
Wow. Look at
I
that.
gotta go see the big buffalo. Where is that again?
That
Jamestown.
is...
In Minot?
Jamestown. Don't
Jamestown,
drive to Minot.
okay.
That would not be the right direction.
There's an International Peace Garden. So
we are the
that's
Peace
something.
Garden state.
I think
I didn't know that.
the geographic center of the U.S. is in Rugby, North Dakota. I think that's pretty cool.
Rugby, North
Is
Dakota.
that right, Miles?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Did you just say that? Yeah, that is.
No, that is true. Mm-hmm.
The Ronald Reagan Minuteman Missile State Historic Site. A few more zoos. The Fargo Air Museum.
You would like that. Come on down and check out the Air Museum.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
lot of aviation to be had.
Oh, you got a plane art museum. Oh, planes art museum.
That's right down the road.
Oh, maybe we should go do that, Miles.
Yeah.
So,
anyways, I think I rest my case.
Yep, you do. Thank you for all the information. I think you win that one.
Yes. All right.
Well, there you have it, folks. North Dakota, hell of a place to come and spend your time.
It's also a hell of a place to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And then come back to and leave.
Well, thank you for the call. I really hope that things go well with the boo thing. And you guys gonna pilot together, get your own private pilots thing, and start your own business. You could do aerial tours of North Dakota. That would be. You guys could fly over the buffalo.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, something.
That's a great idea. Thank you, Charlie.
Well, thank
Here,
you,
Charlie. Here, quick. We'll role play. We are them.
Yeah.
And we are over the intercom. We are doing the tour. Passengers, we just want to say we've reached 10,000 feet. You're free to move above the cabin. And if you look to our right, you can see farmland and a few raccoons. And then if you really squint, you can see Canada.
Yeah, and we are just passing over the big buffalo, and then
look at how big that buffalo is.
Fun fact, folks, we have flown over 13 interpretive historical sites, and that is the most of any state in the Union.
And it looks like we're going to actually have to climb to 11,000 feet because we are approaching the Capitol on the hill. And we may run into...
Honey, where is the hill? Honey, I can't see the hill.
You're going to have to squint off into the distance.
I still can't see the hill, honey. I still I see the damn buffalo. Why are we going past the buffalo? We already went there. Let's just keep circling the buffalo. Maybe they won't notice.
And that's it. I mean, we wrote the script for you guys.
Perfect. Thank you. Hopefully I make a lot of money off that.
Oh, yeah, you will. Aerial tours of North Dakota. Can't beat it. Sorry, that was a burp into the microphone. My apologies.
Well, thanks for calling in. And sad you can't go to Charlie's show. He's got a couple more in Fargo if you want to make the trip. But
I might have to.
Yeah, how far will you go?
It's not about that there's nothing to do in North Dakota. It's that you just haven't been creative enough.
You're right.
And that...
You got to think of more things to do.
That should be on the sign when you drive into North Dakota.
You know what? We're a blank canvas.
Yeah, you are.
You know, we are the land of opportunity here in North Dakota.
Anything you can imagine, anything you can interpret.
Just try not to freeze. Just try not to freeze to death outside.
Oh yeah!
Wow, it's freezing up here.
Yeah, it's only.
You act like you're from Florida. You're from southern Minnesota. What do you? It's like got to be 5 degrees difference right now between Grand Forks and southern Minnesota.
This wind up here is crazy. It's like the wind makes a huge difference. It's so much colder because there's nothing blocking it up here, so that doesn't help.
Yeah,
it's nice of you guys to block all the wind for us down here in Fargo. Appreciate it. Well, thanks for calling in, and you know what?
Yeah, thanks for picking up.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Have a good one.
We'll see you now.
You too.
Watch out for that buffalo.
Fly safe now.
Well, Miles, you did a great job.
I knew this day was coming.
You defended the home turf as best as anyone could.
I literally think I gave it my all there. But it's kind of one of those things, you just got to live here and grow up here, and you know why you like living here.
Yeah.
It's hard to describe.
I still think you did a great job describing a blank canvas. It is what you imagine. Mm-hmm. And that's why there's so many interpretive historical sites.
Because it's up to interpretation what North Dakota is.